Call the Alan Cox Show. 216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
In almost 10 years, because he was gone for a minute. Axl Rose went out, did a bunch of AC/DC shows in his stead. And Ozzy was the big draw for this, too, even though Ozzy is not in great shape these days. He's like, I still want to go out and do things. You know, he has Parkinson's, and he's getting on in years. But he's stepping down from this Power Trip show. So if you won one of our trips, there's no Ozzy. Of course, Ozzy Osbourne around these parts came in to do the WMMS 50th anniversary show. We're coming up on our 55th anniversary here at WMMS this fall. But it would have been his first show since that, I think. I think the last show he did in 2018 was the MMS 50th anniversary concert out at Blossom. I hope you were there. It was a sold-out event.
It was a
great time. Mary was sloppy drunk.
I was very, very gone.
Mary and Poundcake were in rare form.
But I think I gave Cody some of my edibles because I had eaten edibles and then proceeded to black out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have given Cody some weed that night, too.
Is that what she did, Poundcake? Do you know if she gave you some?
From what I remember, that's highly possible because I don't remember taking an edible, and it was out of my character to do so because I probably since that event I don't get high in public anymore. I don't like it. I'm
smoke weed every day.
You don't like it,
like taking an edible or hitting the pen or something like that. I do that home with my leisure. I don't go out and do activities.
Yeah, you're probably too anxious to do that in public.
Yes, and that's why I know my limits, and so I don't like to do it anymore. But when you were given, when we had free drinks, we're in the green room, I'm like, well, yeah, if you're giving me free drinks, then absolutely I'm going to take them. And then Mary probably gave me an edible, and I was like, that's also free. And I was like, whatever. It's not like we're at a work event or anything, so sure.
Here's some fentanyl. Is it free?
Yeah. It's in the
It's not like we're at a work event.
It's free to know.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
See what he did there, Bill?
Free to know.
I created a little drug
I knew what he was
portmanteau.
trying to do before he said freetanol.
It's free to know.
Oh.
So Ozzy said that when he first got the offer to do this show, he thought that he would be in better shape, and he's just not. His body is telling him he's not ready. He doesn't want to do a show half-assed. He said that his replacement will be a band that he's friends with.
Very generic.
I mean, Ozzy's got a lot of friends. I don't know who that is going to be, but it probably won't rise to the level of an Ozzy Osbourne. Who knows? But anyway, I only mention that because we gave away a bunch of trips earlier in the year when they first announced this big, big rock show out there in California, first week of October. Guardians are off until Friday. The All-Star Game is tonight in Seattle. They had the Home Run Derby last night. Anybody watch the Home Run Derby?
I did. I enjoy it. I love the Home Run Derby. I think it's better than the actual All-Star Game. It's a lot of fun.
We had it on, but I wasn't really paying attention.
I didn't pay attention either. I saw HR Derby, and C-SPAN had the Human Resources Derby on last night. And I'll tell you what, if you want to see a bunch of angry women go over people's collective bargaining agreements on C-SPAN.
Named Linda.
Last night's winner was Vlad Guerrero Jr., notable because his father won it in 2007. You know what his dad's name is?
No idea. I have no idea what Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s dad's name is.
Yes, you do. Think about it.
Bob?
Bill, you silly goose. It's Vlad Guerrero Sr.
What?
They're from the Dominican Republic, dummy.
What?
They must do things different there.
He won the Derby in 2007 when it was in San Francisco, but the All-Star Game is tonight.
Oh, my. Vlad Guerrero Jr. will hang on and win the 2023 T-Mobile Home Run Derby. Congratulations to Vlad. He and his dad, both Home Run Derby champions. There you go. A tweet from Vlad Guerrero Sr. What a performance. Proud of you, son.
Oh, boy. They're at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. T-Mobile, where you get even more without paying more.
That was cool that he won, but the best performance of the night was in the first round by Seattle's Julio Rodriguez. And he hit 41 home runs.
41 dingers, boy.
That was insane.
How did he not win then?
Because they go round by round. So he lost in another round.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So he made it to the
it's
next
not like
round.
Total number of.
No.
That's
No, right there in your home park. That'd be great.
Yeah.
He set the record for the most home runs hit in a single round. He hit 41.
It was
in a minute.
4 minutes.
Oh wow.
So he.
No way to know how many that is per minute.
Nope.
Could you imagine if it was in 1 minute? Crap, crap, crap,
Wait.
crap,
41
crap.
home runs in a minute.
Yeah.
He
What a
got-
second.
So they get 3 minutes, and then they all get an extra 30 seconds of bonus time. And then if you hit 2 over 440 feet, you get another 30 seconds. So he hit like 11 or like 10 or 11 in that 1 minute bonus time. He
That's
was locked in.
wild.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But then, that kind of drains your gas tank, and then he didn't do quite as well in the next round.
Yeah.
But it was awesome to watch.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't do it in 1 minute. So
I know, right?
One. I mean, whatever. So Vlad Guerrero Jr. on my C team. He's on my Toronto Blue Jays, by the way. Wins the. I don't think his dad played for the Blue Jays. I was thinking because his Vlad Guerrero Sr. played for he played for
The Montreal Expos.
Expos. I knew it was a Canadian team. Did he play for the Reds too?
He may have.
I was thinking, I knew it was a Canadian team, but I was thinking it was a Blue Jays, and I was like, that can't be right. Expos. Probably in the Andre Dawson era of the Expos. So anyway, the All-Star game is tonight. All we have is J-Ram. Emmanuel Clase was picked. We were going to have 2 people in there, but I guess his wife's getting ready to pop. So he's going, or his girlfriend or something. She's back in the Dominican Republic. And so he is bowing out, which a lot of people are saying, Bill, is a Class A move. I'm sorry.
Choked on your own pun.
I really did. So Jose Ramirez will be the sole representative of your Cleveland Guardians tonight there at the All-Star Game in Seattle. Very exciting. You'll watch this or no, Bill?
No, I probably want to watch this because I got things to do tonight.
He's a very busy
Monday's
man.
the only night that I really don't have anything in the evening. So, like tonight, I got to record a couple episodes of my podcast, The Bill Squire Show.
I'm just so into bed. I
Thank
can't
you.
even relax. I don't know how to
I
unwind.
didn't say.
I need a wife to cook all my meals.
Why are you diminishing his schedule?
First of all, I don't want to watch.
He's a
Just
Second of all,
kidding.
I don't,
busy guy. He's
I
had
didn't say I'm
multiple opportunities
stressed
to
or
have a
anything.
wife, Mary.
Yeah. I just saying I don't have time to watch the All Star game tonight because I got to do a podcast.
He's doing the Bill Squire Show tonight.
Yeah. Which,
I'm just being antagonistic.
Yeah.
For no
late-
reason.
Latest episode is Fast Food Wars Part 2.
Part 2 is a 2-parter.
It's 2-parter.
It was a cliffhanger.
Because the first episode was an hour, and we were only halfway through all the fast food restaurants we were doing because
Were you doing all of them?
we were doing like different categories, like traditional chicken, pizza,
Breakfast.
subs.
And you were
things like
talking
that.
about
we should've
them,
done
or-
breakfast?
How did you not do
We
breakfast?
might have to do breakfast tonight.
You're gonna have to.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Every week is how I do my podcast.
And
Poundcake.
breakfast starts in the morning.
Yes,
He didn't know any of those.
and it's free.
Shame.
The podcast.
What's your question?
It's really stupid, but if you have a two-parter,
We're counting on it.
if you have a two-parter, is it 2 episodes or is it one big episode?
It's 2 episodes.
What do you think? What is 2 parts?
Part
mean
one
to
and then
you?
part
part 1,
two.
part 2. Like you don't have.
Yeah.
But if I cut my bone in half and here's one part of my bone, another part of the bone, it doesn't make 2 bones. It makes 1 bone. They need to be connected in order to be.
Makes
Right, it's
2
this
bone pieces.
Same substance, but 2 of them.
Yeah.
So same topic, 2 episodes of them. 2 pieces.
I mean, you've seen a 2-parter television show to be
Like
continued.
it to be continued, right?
Yeah, I thought that was one big episode. Like, oh, you can't have this episode without the other one because it's to be continued. It's just.
Well, there's a narrative thread, but they are 2 pieces of content.
And honestly, you could listen to either one of those by themselves, and you wouldn't be lost.
Okay, well, we separate. Like when we separate our YouTube videos for the show in
I
segments.
put them in different parts. Yes.
But are those different episodes or are those different? Like, is that one part of the show? Right? It's one big show.
No, there's segments.
I understand that, but it doesn't. So wouldn't a part
Apparently,
one, part two,
Poundcake
2
felt
separate
left out
segments?
of our mojito versus Mai Tai conversation yesterday.
I've only had a mojito. I've never had a Mai Tai.
Oh,
So
okay.
it
It
doesn't
wasn't mojito, it was pina colada.
Pina colada and mojito, because yesterday was Pina
No.
Colada Day. You know what today is? Mojito Day. Coincidence?
matter. I don't like mojitos.
Probably. So your literal question is, are they 2 or 1?
They're 2 episodes.
Okay, 2 episodes.
Okay. Now, Bill, at the end of the first segment, did you say to be continued on Fast Food Wars?
Yeah.
Are these places at which you've all eaten? Or
Yeah,
you're-
these are
okay.
like popular chain restaurants.
Yep.
We didn't go with stuff that's just
But you guys have
local.
eaten at so many, it required 2 episodes.
Well, because
Well, no,
there's so many different categories,
Ah.
and we had a lot of opinions on it, and it's not just we're trying to make it funny and silly and having little anecdotes within it too. It's a good time.
Is fast food defined as drive-through?
Yeah, and then we did fast casual as well.
That's like
which
your
would be like
Chipotle.
Chipotles and Piata, stuff like that.
You know what I like, and I never hear anybody talk about it? Penn Station.
Oh, well, when we're talking about
Is that part 2?
That's part 2.
Oh!
When we're talking about hoagies and or as the way Pants put it, long form sandwiches.
That's even better.
Long form
I tell you-
we go in depth on long form
Penn
sandwiches.
Station is the only place that I got like a hot sandwich.
It's a great hot sandwich.
They have
And
the
I
best
never hear
bread.
anybody talk. Now, I know there aren't like a ton of locations. It's not like, around every corner there's a Penn Station, but they're pretty good.
They're pretty. I think
They're
around
consistent?
here there's quite a few of them, and they do have very good hot sandwiches, and their fries are fantastic.
I have a bone to pick with Penn Station. They changed their chicken salad recipe. And
Yes, I brought that up.
It is very, very upsetting to me because I loved their chicken
Their
salad.
chicken salad was really good. That
When
was the
I
one
want-
cold item I would get from
Yes,
there.
when I wanted a chicken salad sandwich, I would go to Penn Station every single time. And
Now,
it,
I
and
will
it
admit-
killed it.
I will admit I've only ever had one sandwich from there.
Dagwood.
No. But it's good. What did they do to the chicken? Now, again, I don't want to remove the conversation from the Bill Squire
It
show.
just adds to it. It's bonus content.
Okay, good. There you go.
So
This is
it
the
used
third
to
episode.
be.
Yeah.
It used to be like tangy almost, where it was just like shredded chicken, cut up celery, cucumber, like pickle.
I think they were using Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise to give that
Maybe.
tanginess.
It was
Yum.
really,
Tangy
really
zip.
good.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of basic, which is what I liked about it, because then you could put a bunch of stuff on top.
So it wasn't like they had walnuts and grapes
now
and they
they
pulled that out.
do walnut
That's
cranberry,
great.
but it's not the same. That's not what I
Oh.
want out of this chicken salad. That's
Then
Waldorf.
pick the walnuts. That's true.
But
That's
no,
true.
it's a totally different base. Like
Do
it
they
doesn't.
call it a chicken Waldorf?
No, it doesn't have that same zing or like
Yeah, then-
not sourness. Isn't what I'm. It had
But
like
it's like a tang, yeah.
yeah.
It was almost like a vinegary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
All right. Did you write them a strongly worded letter?
No,
Did you express your displeasure?
no. You want to know why?
Did you leave a suggestion in their box and say, hey, get rid of the walnuts and the craisins, homie?
I didn't.
Well, how are you ever going to change anything? Change begins with you, Mary. Be the change that you want to see in the world.
But they already changed it because I'm assuming other people wrote letters.
You think other people wrote letters and said, hey, here's what I think you should do to your chicken salad.
Or the
to
cranberries.
make it. Hey, how about some cranberries? And because that's a change that's got to happen at the corporate level.
Yeah.
I don't know what their situation is. I don't know if they have franchisees, but they can't go off book. You know a movie I watched the other night? Have you ever seen The Founder?
No,
It's
I
not
haven't watched
McDonald's,
that.
right?
Yeah.
It's Michael Keaton plays Ray Kroc. And he basically stole McDonald's from the two guys named McDonald who started the thing. I kind of vaguely knew the story, but I love Michael Keaton, and I'm clicking around, and I was like, want to watch The Founder. And it's really depressing about how he basically took McDonald's from the two dudes.
Yeah.
And he built it into a multi-billion-dollar empire. You got to be pretty ruthless. But these two guys that
Then
just
unleashed
started it in
Grimace to the
California
world.
unleashed Grimace.
Yeah. Drinking them Grimace shakes, dying.
For as much as they're trying to push those goddamn shakes, every time you try to get one, they go, oh, the machine's broken. I'm like, I would think if this was going to be front and center for you guys, you'd make sure you're cleaning these things double time.
That's
You
why
want a
you should
secret?
head over to Wendy's to get a strawberry frosty because that's only available for the summer. And it's way better than that
Breakfast hours only?
other stuff. No, all day. You can get
All
a-
day long?
You get a frosty all day. And they're open till midnight or later.
Hey, what's later than midnight? That's not even
Midnight plus
doesn't
one.
even make sense. Those aren't even words. Hey, Woody.
Alan,
Speaking of not even words,
how's your day, brother?
what's going on, Woody?
Just driving home another long day in the mine.
Yep.
You just got done saying you don't really like hot sandwiches other than probably the ones you got from Penn Station, I think, right?
Well,
The one he got from Penn Station.
Yeah, I don't
didn't
know.
Finish. I'm
I don't
sure.
no, I always do. Well, I don't get the giant one either. I mean, but
Can you make a 3-inch sub?
do they come in inches? Is that what it is? I think they changed that too. Now I think it's small, medium, and large. Used to be inches, but
Hey, Alan, hey, bro, there's a sandwich shop a couple blocks off of Michigan Avenue in Chicago, and I don't know the exact name, but it's like Big Al's hot Italian beef.
yeah, sure.
You know what I'm?
Yeah.
And it's and they just double dip it down into that au jus, and it's just going. The last time I was in Chicago, we were partying out, and I actually went back there 2 nights in a row just to get that.
Al's Beef has been around for 80 years in Chicago. But it's not for everybody. Somebody told me that somebody texted me and said there's a place in Parma that is doing full-on legit Chicago Italian beef sandwiches. I got to get over there.
I need to know what that place is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
because
Woody, we've known each other long enough where you know my mantra, right? You can repeat it from rote. Life needs more jus.
It's a fact.
You'll hear no anti-jus propaganda on this program. Very pro-jus.
There's all those gravy protesters like, jus will not replace us.
Jus will not replace us. No dry beef sandwiches. All right, thank you, Woody. Hello, Crystal.
Hi.
Hi.
I have some wonderful input if you guys want about the ice cream machines at McDonald's, because I found a website that actually checks it, and it's pretty accurate, whatever McDonald's before you go to.
Yeah.
It'll let you know if it's working, if it's not working, and
How do they get this data?
They actually put in an order for it, like every so often, and it cancels it out just to keep making sure if the order goes through or if they cancel it. I believe I was reading up about it a while back.
Really? So somebody has a bot that orders shakes to see if the order goes through?
Yes, at a ton of McDonald's. It's called McBroken, and it's very accurate. I've tested it around Cleveland.
I think I've heard of it. I've never. And so you found that it's pretty accurate?
Yes, I have, guaranteed.
So then you got to drive around trying to find. I mean, because boy, it's become like a hacky bit. It's like a cliche that shake machines. It's not just them. There's a lot of places.
So fed up. I got so fed up because my kids were like, "Oh, get us this for a treat," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I went to 3 different ones before, and one day I was just done until I learned about that.
But it's served you well since then.
Yeah, it's actually very accurate. So I'll give you my thumbs up with it.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. There's an app where you can determine if the shakes are broken. I remember when I was in high school, a buddy of mine worked at a Burger King or something like that, and they cleaned the shake machine so never times that there was like a bee's nest or something.
Every shake comes with honey.
Yummy. Infused. I got a break. If you want to send a text, 35192. You can watch if you like at alancoxshow.com, and we'll be back.